Hi, welcome to January 1st, 2018. Has today been all that you imagined it was going to be, that you wanted it to be? My day has been spectacular. I've had a blast. So that's why I'm coming to you so late. So better late than never, right? So welcome to Breakfast at Tiffany's. I am your host, Tiffany Almazan, and I am happy to be coming to you today with 3 things to talk about. As per my last few days since I started this series, my 3 things every day. Today, we're talking about oat groats. We're talking about day 1 of 2018, and we're talking about my word of the year. Are you ready for it? Because I'm ready to share. I'm super excited about it, and it's already been factoring into my life, and so that's how I knew it was the right thing to go with. So I kind of started my new year really December 29th in a lot of different ways. So I like being ahead of the game. But first up, 2018, day 1, how's it been going for you? So my comment about breakfast is, I didn't make breakfast today, and it was fantastic. So after a late night, just saying goodbye to 2017. We got a few hours of sleep, popped an EHT before bed. So we were good to go, and we got up at 5:45 in the morning to head out to do a little hike. Small hike this morning with 2 of the dogs and watch the sunrise come up over the valley. Great views overlooking the valley, and then we went for breakfast. Found a cool place. Oh, hi, Jamie. How are you? I don't know if you've been to this place. Have you heard of, there we go. The Bronze Cafe at the market, downtown, Fremont Street, between 6th and 7th. It's like a corner store kind of market there with, random grocery type stuff. And they have a vegan cafe there. Other types of things as well. Okay, Larkin is here, bugging again, as usual. And it was our first time there. It was recommended, and it just so happened to be open. They were actually open all night. They didn't close because of course, being Fremont Street. Okay, my man. Stop. No. Larkin. Everybody else is sleeping except Larkin. He's driving everybody else crazy, including me. But the Bronze Cafe was open all night because it's right there on Fremont Street, on the east side, and they had a lot of good healthy items. Not all vegan and not all raw, but I had an amazing sandwich even for breakfast. We had French press coffee. I did have a cup of coffee, and it was a really cool thing, and I don't regret it. And the light is awfully bright on my face, so I don't know why, but I look really pale today. I'm not that pale. But it was a beautiful breakfast. Good healthy food, and they do have some desserts there actually too that don't have added sugar in them. So even though they aren't raw, they are really healthy for you. Some have like honey or agave or stevia in them, and I'm like, okay, I just might try that. One is like a brownie that's cooked quinoa in it. I'm like, is the flour. I'm like, okay, I just might try that. But that was awesome. That was an awesome morning, and I dropped Kerwin off at work where he is still right now. And I've been working on other little things throughout the day. Dogs have gotten their exercise. It's just been a really kind of very focused day, know what I wanted to do, and it's just been very special for me. So, I don't know. It's great, Jamie, huh? So you've been there? Oh, cool, because I was actually thinking that it might be a fun place to have one of our Chicks chapter meetings at. Kind of cool. I like downtown because it's central, for everybody, close to a freeway too. I know parking's not the best, but hey. So because of late night, early day, all this stuff going on, I am treating myself to some eye patches. I am enjoying that, and my new Energizer Bunny drink. So this is number 2 today. Keep me going because I just want to keep going, right? And treating myself. So definitely take some time for that. I think I missed out a little bit on Self-Care Sunday, so I'm making up for it today. Right? So that's 2018 update. I'd love to hear how it's gone for you, right? Share what you've done and if you're getting it off to a great start, right? Second thing I want to share with you about is oat groats. Okay, guys. So I know this is kind of random, but I have this nut milk bag sitting on the table because I wanted to share this with you. oat groats are great. And what oatmeal looks like before it's rolled. And I don't know that I can show you this on this video here. Let's see. Can you see these well enough? Oat groats. If you get good fresh ones, you can soak them overnight, soften them up, and then you can use them, you know, as cereal. You can put them in granola, that's my word. You would soak them overnight, then just let them drain, let them sit out for a bit, kind of keep them moist and wait for them to sprout. And they'll get little tails on them. Then they're alive. Then you want to keep those enzymes, living enzymes in them, so then you would put them in granola, throw them in the dehydrator, or do other things with them as well. Well, check this out. These were not good oat groats. I already ate some of them, but these were leftovers, so they were soaked overnight. And so sitting out in this handy little nut milk bag, these should have sprouted. These should have gotten little tails. Do you see tails? I know you really can't see them anyway, but trust me, there's no tails on them. They didn't sprout. And get this, they didn't get moldy. They didn't get weird or smelly or yeasty or anything from just sitting out for too long, which tells me these were not good oat groats. So that's something to be aware of when you're out shopping in bulk food sections at stores. Be aware of how your seeds and nuts turn out, because they may not have very high turnover at that store. And so you don't want to be getting old nuts and seeds. These are dead. So not like they're gonna kill me, but they're certainly not gonna give me the life force that I want out of them, right? So there you go. That's one way you know that your seeds or nuts aren't any good. More so for the seeds, because nuts aren't really gonna sprout anyway. But when oat groats can sit there for days, never get a tail, and never turn bad, they're not alive in the first place to go bad. So just something to be aware of for you. There's a little tip for you if you're looking for your flax seeds, for your oat groats, for your buckwheat groats, for wheat berries, for all those things. If they don't sprout tails, you know they're not alive. So I may have just eliminated my source of oat groats, because that is the second time it's happened to me from the same store, and it's the only place I found them in town. So I'm going to be going back to online shopping for some raw oat groats, which in theory they should be raw anyway, but obviously these weren't. So there you have it, my little tip for you. Oh my gosh, Jamie, you're starting Karen's Detox on Friday? Ooh, good for you. That's totally cool. Wow, you're gonna have to keep me posted on how it's gone for you. I am telling you, I was just noticing today how amazingly well, okay Larkin, stop. How amazingly well my digestive system is working now. It's pretty cool. So, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You definitely got to be posting about it and sharing how it's going for you. You brought in the new year on the Treasure Island rooftop. You had a great time, hiked. Ooh, hidden place in Red Rock. So hidden you're not going to post it, right? But you have to tell me later. That is totally cool. Rooftop. So did you watch the fireworks? This is one of those years I actually didn't watch the fireworks from anywhere but on TV. Because I'm kind of disappointed with the fireworks lately. So I don't know, how were they for you? Did you stay to watch them? Because the newscasters were not that great either on TV. So I don't know. It was kind of a letdown on the coverage. Maybe it was just the TV channels I had on. I don't know. So it was a good thing I had good company though. I was with good friends because we had a good time. But you did a hike too. That's awesome. What a great day for it. So I know I got a few other people here watching. Sorry. Hi Annie. Hi Vicky. Hi Carla. Hi everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to watch the camera lens. And so sometimes I forget to then check back and watch for comments that are scrolling up. So they go quickly and I'll miss them. So my apologies for that. But welcome. Thank you for watching. So share how your New Year's Day went. Love to hear about it. And give you my update on oat groats that aren't any good. And third thing is, oh yeah, word of the year. Do you do that? What is your word of the year? Post it. You got to share what your word is and why you picked that word. okay? Because the meaning behind it is a big part of it, right? So someone shared, Ellen, my friend Ellen shared, and I don't know if she's jumped on yet, but she shared that her word of the year, she went and found quotes for it. So every month in her planner, she put a quote relating to that word of the year in her planner as a reminder for her. And I thought that was like a super great idea. So I started doing that. So I found a few that I'm going to put in there. But my word of the year is ask. A simple 3-letter word that when I first hit me, oh, maybe this could be it. I could keep that on the list. Or it was like, no, that's just like too simple. It's too little of a word. It's not momentous enough. It's not exciting, right? Well, then it just kept coming up. There was like, some training I heard about it on really the key of what ask is. I see ways that it's working in my life, that asking is really helping. Example is these glasses right here. Costco doesn't usually have like amazingly cool or fun kind of glasses. So that's how I got the last pair that I had, because I was looking for something fun. They were been a problem child the whole year I had them. The only good thing was the color. So I'm looking, I'm like, well, we'll just see what they have. They had this pair in red, and the wrong color red for me. But I was so tempted because I put them on and they were like, OMG, these are awesome. I'm like, oh, you want to have the right color because you're going to be on your face. You're going to wear them all year. And I'm like, I'm just going to ask them. Maybe these come in another color they could order. All they could say is no, and then whatever. I'm not going to get anything here. I'll go look online or somewhere else, right? So I go up and ask, and oh, by the way, he's like, oh yeah, we've got those in white. I'm like, white? But I love white. White is such a great color. And he's like, yeah. So he looks, he can't see them out there. So he's going looking in drawers. And everywhere he finally finds them, pulls them out. I put them on and I'm like, this is it. I want them. I'm like, done. Yep. Put the order in. This is it. But if I hadn't asked, I wouldn't have found those or found these. And they are so amazing. Another thing is to ask if the location, the restaurant, the place you're going is open instead of driving over there. How many times have I spent time driven across town to find out that their schedule was changed for that day, or it was some odd random holiday that I didn't know about, or Yelp was wrong, Start asking the questions. It's super simple to click call, right, and ask. Oh, thank you for saying it's a great word, because I like it. I'm really starting to get totally attached to it. So some ways that it's going to work for me this year is I'm going to ask for interviews or interviewees. I'm going to ask for lunch dates. I'm going to ask friends to come over to a party I'm having at the house. I'm going to ask people for testimonials. I'm going to ask, how can I support you? I'm going to ask, who do you know in this location that I'm traveling to that I can hook up with? I'm going to ask, who lives in this city when I'm coming to visit? I'd love to meet up for coffee. Who of my friends lives here? Let's set a date, right? I'm going to ask questions to start conversations. I want to ask good questions. I'm going to become a master asker. Not just like why or how, I'm going to ask good questions. It's going to be a work in progress for me, right? I'm going to ask for the sale. I'm going to ask the right question. I think that's kind of cool. So one quote I came across by Oprah Winfrey is, you get what you have the courage to ask for. And I think that really kind of sums it up for me so far is I have to be courageous to do all this asking. But I've seen the power of what it's done and how it's been showing up in my life lately. And so I was like, whatever, stop trying to find another word. This is it. It's beating you over the head. I don't think it's like this, super cool word like dream big or magic or driven or success or freedom. It's not those kind of words, but it's very powerful. 3 simple little letters. I mean, how many other words could there be that have fewer letters? Like do? That could be a word, but there aren't that many, right? That are that small, but so powerful. So that's my word. So share your word. I saw you said your word was, Jamie, was enlightenment. I gotta scroll back up. You want to live your life in enlightenment. That's very cool. I was thinking about you today, actually, and it just so happens you're here watching. I'm reading this book about yoga, and yoga has not really been my thing. Sorry, Bree. But I'm trying, and so I'm reading about it. I'm reading actually about the eight legs. Come on, Larkin. You knock my camera all the time when you do that. 8 legs. And that the poses are only one of those, if it's legs or arms or something, paths. And so I was reading about those, and I talked about one being the enlightenment. And I really thought about how fitting it was, all of the different things about yoga that I was reading, and how it works with you, Jamie, and with the Reiki and the Reiki precepts. And I thought, oh my gosh, they totally go hand in hand. Like, really kind of interesting. So I'm actually excited to learn more about yoga, to learn the whole side of it instead of just thinking it's the exercise and it's the poses, so kind of cool. So great word. I think that's an awesome word. Good for you. Totally cool. I want to see how it shows up in your life as we go. I think it'd be so fun if we all just kind of keep posting about it and sharing how it's working for us. So hi, Linda. Thanks for joining, best-selling author. Congratulations. My word is ask, but I want to know what your word is. And last thing, relating to my word is questions. I am asking you guys for what are your favorite questions? What is the best question? Like, for when I ask people to let me interview them, what are the 3 questions that I would want to ask everybody that would be of interest to other people to know? If I did it as a Facebook Live interview, what would I want to ask? And then just as you meet a new person, maybe what are some great questions? Or just what is your favorite question that's gotten you great results, great responses, that you kind of have in your back pocket? Because I want to start creating a list of really good questions, because I'm clearly not a great question asker, or ask would not be my word. So this is definitely going to be some personal development for me. So I could use some help. So I'm asking for help. Hi, Christy. Ooh, we have 2 words, Linda. Faith and desire. That's, isn't that Napoleon Hill's part of Think and Grow Rich? The keys to it all, right? You have to have desire and faith. I think those are the 2 that go hand in hand, right? That book, actually, Think and Grow Rich, is on my list. I need to read it again in this year now. It needs to be way high up on the list. So, and I can't see the whole rest of your comment. It's really weird. It says a little see more. Oh wait, it says a see more, and it actually opened. When your faith and desire are strong, your fears are weak. I am excited to read your book too. Speaking of fears, so I got a copy of it, and it's definitely on my list too. So I think it sounds really exciting, and the journey that you've gone through, I didn't know about that. All the fears that you tackled every day, I think that's totally cool. I mean, really cool. So I'm excited to read about it, You're a great questioner. Yeah, and I am curious, but I think sometimes I feel like it's prying. And if people wanted to share it, they would, and I don't want to be that person, I guess, who's always asking all the questions, drives people crazy. But I'm going to start. I'm going to start asking the right questions. Maybe I won't drive people crazy. And I also, there was another good quote I came across, was about, Larkin, stop, sweetie. What was my question? It was, oh, I can't remember it. I lost it. I know one of the questions I want to ask is, what are you thinking? I'm going to ask that one a lot more. But there was another quote that I saw that was really kind of cool, but I can't remember it. It slipped my mind. Yes, chapter 2 is desire, chapter 3 is faith. Think and Grow Rich. Yep, totally. It's like you can't have one without the other kind of thing. So it makes sense that you're having 2 words of the year, for that to be the case. So very cool. Sometimes people don't say anything because they aren't asked. True. That's a very good point. Thank you for saying that. I need to remind myself of that. Huh. Yep. Don't fake Sarah and ask. I probably feel that way to a certain extent too. It's like, who wants to hear it, you know? So what are your favorite questions, Linda? You've got to have something. If you're curious, you ask a lot of questions, you're a great questioner. What are some really back pocket questions that you like to ask everybody? And you hear that? That's Crazy Larkin again, who's just like driving everybody crazy right now. They're all trying to relax, take naps, and there's Larkin. And he's too far away for me to make him be quiet right now. But there you have it. That's what I wanted to share with you real quick. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. If you're catching this on the replay, post your questions for me below. I would totally appreciate that. I also want to know what your word of the year is and why you've chosen it. And how was your day? How was day 1 of 2018? And what did you do for yourself to take care of yourself today? So that's a lot of stuff I want to know from everybody. So I'm asking for all kinds of information from you guys for you to share with me because I do want to know. So I'm going to be practicing this all the time. So feel free to remind me that I need to ask. Feel free to give me suggestions on more questions to ask just as I go forward. I think this is going to be an exciting adventure for me. Really cool. You have so many questions. And that's okay because I want to make a list. You know, I want to have a sheet that I want to put them all on and kind of compile them as I go. So maybe you and I need to have a chat. Maybe you would can I interview you? Just put my money where my mouth is. Just ask the freaking question. I should interview you and we could talk about this very thing, and I would love to hear more about your book as well. I think that would be totally cool. So you got so much done today for your business. You went to the gym. Yay. Good for you. That is totally cool. All right. I don't know about all of you, but he's driving me crazy and I'm gonna have to let you go so I can quiet him. But I will come back and read more of your comments. But thank you so much for watching today, for joining me on this episode of Breakfast in the Evening at Tiffany's on this first day of 2018. I love sharing this with you, and I will be back again tomorrow for another episode. But I don't have my 3 things that I'm going to tell you about tomorrow. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow to hear about them because I'm going to go take care of these guys. My poor little girl is getting picked on. So bye for now. This is Tiffany Almazan signing off. Like I said, thank you for watching and Happy New Year. Hope you made today a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 2. Bye for now.